Revenge, the silent water, the loud payback. Let me tell you about this neighbor I got in Asia after buying my new house. Great deal, right in the capital, from family friends who needed cash fast and hadn't lived here in years. Score for me. Sale went through start of the month, moved in right away. Place was a total fixer-upper, mid-reno abandoned project. Front door? Just a padlock, no real lock. No gate either, meaning anyone could just wander in. First day, some dude's bike was chilling in my garage. I just parked it on the street and got a gate installed that day. Later, some angry dudes banging on my new gate. Ignored him, peeked through the window, watched him eventually grab his bike and leave pissed. Already getting bad vibes from the neighborhood. Things were mostly quiet after that, except people kept blocking my gate, not realizing it wasn't abandoned anymore. No parking sign fixed that. Then last week, showering and the water pressure crapped out. Heard my next door neighbor's water pump kicking in. This neighbor, old guy, lives in a 3-story house, mine's single level. He'd been majorly salty about my friend selling the house, warned me about him. Grumpy old dude, but I'm 6 feet tall with 3 dogs. Wasn't worried. And yeah, he'd kept his distance. Living situation like his, you need a pump to get water to the roof tank. Public water pressure ain't enough for 3 stories. So pump noise and low pressure? Instant red flag. Could be a coincidence, but worth checking. Waited for his pump to stop, then turned on my tap. Water pressure back to normal? Bingo. Super suspicious now. But if he was stealing water, it made sense. Water bills had been high even when the house was empty, but there were leaks too. Figured it was just leaks, even if the bills seemed crazy high for just leaks. Now, sometime in the last 3 years, this old miser decided to save a few bucks and just help himself to my water. Waltzed onto the property, siphoning water from my lines. Couldn't find exactly where he was tapping in, but after checking the pressure a bunch of times, I was pretty damn sure. Sat on it for a few days. Confront him? Legal route? Ignore it, water's cheap. My whole bill, even with washing dogs, car, garden, barely $5 a month, even with the water. But it wasn't about the $5, it was about the principle. Entitled old jerk thinking he can just help himself to my stuff and get away with it. Didn't sit right, needed to teach him a lesson. My revenge was simple. Elegant, even, legal definitely. Just turned off my water at the main. No breaking into his place, no laws broken. Best way to get back at him without even lifting a finger. Monday, 4 days ago, waited for his pump to kick on, then flipped the switch. Water off. Household tanks here? Ball valve inside detects water level, triggers the pump. If water level doesn't rise, valve stays open, pump keeps running. Starving a pump of water, not good for. Plan was to burn out his pump, mess with his tenants. Didn't expect what happened next. His pump running nonstop, fried his wiring. Old wiring, 90s style, couldn't handle it. If he'd upgraded his wiring, maybe it wouldn't have happened. Around 3 a.m., woke up to a commotion. Neighbors yelling, hushed voices, then shouting. His tenants, power and water gone in their house only? Tenants were pissed. Tenant protection laws here are serious. Power and water are essential services, even at the state level. Cutting them? Lawsuit city, unless it's weather or something unavoidable. Landlords responsible for good wiring and water supply. Tenants were not happy campers. One moved out 2 days later when they heard water and power weren't coming back today. Both remaining tenants filed police complaints. Breaching those laws? Police can fine you directly, no court needed. Can challenge it in court, but gotta pay the fine up front, get refunded later if you win. So, landlord lost both tenants, got a $500 fine, huge money here. Had to refund security deposit. Can't rent out again till it's fixed, costing him more. He's moving out Sunday to his daughters. Can't afford to live alone now. Tenant income was his only income, retired mechanic, nothing else coming in. He figured out why the pump fried the wiring. Came to my gate, asked if I'd turned off my water. Played dumb. Oh yeah, new leak in my tank pipe, turned it off till the plumber comes tomorrow. Dude's face, priceless. Kept it straight, but I knew he was seething. Just said, oh, okay, and walked off. Don't know if he suspects anything, don't care. He can't do squat. Plumber's coming next week to fix my pipes, remove any stray lines heading off my property. Water issue solved. Potential pain in the ass neighbor neutralized. Flipping a switch. 2 birds, 1 stone? Nah, more like a goddamn ICBM on a pigeon coop. TLDR, bought fixer-upper, neighbor siphoning my water. Turned off my water while his pump was running. Pump fried his wiring, cut off water and power. Tenants complained, landlord fined, lost tenants, now destitute, moving in with daughter.